you can now make your own GPT. It's even faster now, and it's cheaper as well.
If you look at what OpenAI has been doing, they've actually been making ChatGPT cheaper and cheaper.
OpenAI just introduced the new feature that will defend customers and pay the costs incurred if they face legal claims around copyright infringement. All right, so we're going to talk about a couple of recent OpenAI developments that will change marketing forever. So last couple episodes, we did talk about Sam Altman, the co-founder, getting ousted, but that doesn't mean OpenAI isn't doing interesting things. So I'll start it off first. So I don't know if you know this, Neil. I actually watched their OpenAI Dev Day or something like that. But basically, you can now make your own GPT. So we can take all the episodes we've done from this podcast, Neil, and we can just upload it. We don't even need to know how to code, and it can be a GPT that's answering like us and giving lessons like us. So I think that's interesting because you can make it a company GPT where you can upload all your financials and ask it to give you LTV data and all this other stuff very quickly instead of having to wait a couple of days for your finance person to put it together.
Dude, my teams have created they created a repository of all my YouTube videos and videos that are offline as well, and they ended up getting it into ChatGPT, so then that way you can start answering questions like me.
Yeah. And so my thought is either you can give that away for free, because I wanted to do a marketing school version. You could give it away for free, right, to help us get more awareness, or you can charge like $5 a month for it, right? I'd rather just give it away for free in a sense, but you can make your own GPT. That's the main point.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yep. Now, there's another one that recently came out too. So there is, I'm just looking at the site right now as well. So there's a ChatGPT 4 Turbo. So it's even faster now. It's 3 times cheaper as well. So it's 3 times cheaper than ChatGPT 4 at 1 cent, which before, if you wanted to output tokens, they were like 3 cents or so. So it's significantly cheaper. And then you have a larger context window, which means there's just more data for you to output.
Dude, if you look at what OpenAI has been doing, they've actually been making ChatGPT cheaper and cheaper for marketers, right? And even like their API. So whether it's creating content or images or whatever it may be, it's becoming cheaper and cheaper for you to do so versus having to go out there and use the technology and it being expensive. Like now there's not really a debate in which, should I do this with a human? It's a similar price. And I'm like, no, it's so much cheaper. It doesn't even matter. You can have a human modify things, but start off with ChatGPT.
The other thing that you can do with the new OpenAI developments, I would say, is you can upload an entire book. And so if you wanted to analyze an entire book and say, hey, what are the key takeaways from this and how should we implement it for our business? And you could just copy and paste the whole thing. It works out really well. So I did this recently. I looked at someone's LinkedIn. This guy's crushing it on LinkedIn right now. So I just basically pressed Command A and I selected all his posts recently. Then I just put it in there. I said, hey, ChatGPT, please give me the structure of how this guy does his posts and give me examples for each structure point. And it actually did the whole thing for me. Before, it wasn't able to do that. And so from like a structuring, templating standpoint, that's helpful to me because, by the way, we've done it for our company too. It's like we're trying to figure out the differences between different titles at our company. And then we were trying to figure out the nuances, what we couldn't. And then ChatGPT figured it out for us.
What I really like about the features that they're creating, if you're onboarding new employees, whether it's marketing or something else, but let's say marketing, it's really cool because it can just create like an overview or synopsis being like, here's everything that the company did that you need to know about. Your role is in conversion rate optimization. Here are all the A/B tests that they ran. These work, these don't. These are the things that your users are the most sensitive to. These are where you should spend time testing. Like giving overviews like that, you can just get people onboarded so much faster and you can create more efficiencies in your marketing.
Yeah, there should be an onboarding LLM as an example. And then you can just you can take all the training material, SOPs. We have this leadership training. There's like all this stuff we have in Google Drive. Imagine you could just upload all of it and go. And then final couple of things here. So OpenAI just introduced Copyright Shield, which is a new feature that will defend customers and pay the costs incurred if they face legal claims around copyright infringement. This applies to generally available features of ChatGPT Enterprise and the developer platform. Nobody else is doing this right now.
Yeah, I think this is really smart because people are worried about copyright issues. ChatGPT is not perfect at this yet. We still see some plagiarism here and there when using it to create content, but it's getting a lot better.
Yeah. Final thing we'll call it here is the multimodal capabilities on the platform. So let's say I could take a picture of like Neil's bicycle or something and ask what's wrong with the bicycle. Well, you could take pictures. Not only can you take pictures, but pretty soon you're going to be able to add videos as well. You can add audio as well, and that's going to be pretty sweet. So these are just a couple things that we think will be interesting for your business and also for the marketing side of things. And it's really on you to go out there and test. It's cool that we're talking about it, but it doesn't mean anything unless you go test it. Anything else, Neil?
That's it. Make sure you rate, review this podcast 5 stars. Really appreciate it.
Goodbye.